Arsenal target Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Ollie Watkins to replace Alexandre Lacazette. Arsenal have identified Premier League stars Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Ollie Watkins as potential targets to replace outgoing striker Alexandre Lacazette, according to reports. The 30-year-old was fairly influential last season but is yet to start a Premier League match this term, with reports claiming Arteta is now ready to sanction his departure. Lacazette is in the final year of his contract at the Emirates and has not been offered a new deal by the club, who are now looking at options to replace him. The Sun say Arsenal have identified Everton's Calvert-Lewin and Aston Villa's Watkins as targets to replace Lacazette, with both players featuring for England over the past 18 months. Calvert-Lewin, 24, enjoyed a breakthrough season at Goodison Park last term, scoring 21 goals in all competitions. Watkins, meanwhile, thrived in the Championship with Brentford before moving to Villa last year and netting 16 goals during the 2020-21 campaign. Arsenal may agree to let Lacazette leave the club in January, but Arteta will only sanction his exit if the Gunners are able to secure his replacement. Arteta is looking for a young goalscorer with Premier League experience to fit into his squad at the Emirates and reportedly views Calvert-Lewin and Watkins as good fits. Both Everton and Aston Villa are reluctant to lose key members of their squads but could be tempted to do business with Arsenal if they are willing to spend big. Gabriel Agbonlahor believes Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang would be performing better if he was in talks over a new contract with Arsenal. Aubameyang was rather disappointing in Arsenal's 0-0 draw with Brighton and Hove Albion on Saturday afternoon, coming off in the 72nd minute by Mikel Arteta as the Gunners' boss searched for a goal. The Gabon striker failed to make an impact down at the Amex Stadium and has now received some criticism from Agbonlahor, who thinks he would not be playing as badly if he was after a new and improved contract at the Emirates Stadium. "You can't just keep someone on the pitch if they aren't performing," Agbonlahor said on TalkSport. "It's different with Ronaldo because he is one of the greatest ever players. But Aubameyang was poor, he wasn't holding the ball up. It didn't look like he had that pace to get in behind that Brighton defense and it was the right call to bring him off. When you are looking for a new contract, there is no lie, your performances are going to go up. Once the contract is signed, naturally you are going to take it down a gear, at least, that's what you can see in Aubameyang's performances since he has signed that contract. Where's the hunger?" on Saturday, say if he was still negotiating his contract for £300,000 a week. Let's be honest, if he was still negotiating a contract, he would have got a better performance 1000% against Brighton. Tim Sherwood has slammed Arsenal for returning to boring business, following the goalless draw with Brighton on Saturday. The Gunners had been on a 3-match winning streak, but were held down on the south coast and Sherwood could not resist the opportunity to dig at the North Londoners. He said, via Football 365, "Arsenal have no clue when to go long. They need to be more flexible in how they play. They are hell-bent on playing out from the back, whereas they, Brighton, mix it up. The Seagulls know when to play through and they know when to go long." It looked like that was after the Lord Mayor's show, for Arsenal. That was the big game, Tottenham. Now, we are back to the boring business and it looked boring. Arsenal star Granit Xhaka has given Amazon permission to track his recovery from a knee injury. The midfielder was forced off during Arsenal's morale-boosting win against Tottenham in September and his worst fears were realised when scan results showed he had injured his medial ligaments. The 29-year-old came close to leaving the Gunners last summer, with Jose Mourinho keen on taking the midfielder to Roma. However, Xhaka opted to stay at the Emirates by signing a new long-term deal and the Swiss had made an impressive start to the season. Arsenal's campaign has improved after a horrific start and Amazon have been there to capture every moment, after the Gunners signed a deal with the broadcasters to film an all-or-nothing documentary. While the injury would have been covered regardless, Xhaka has given Amazon permission to follow him throughout his rehabilitation, according to The Athletic. The documentary will be released later next year, following the conclusion of the current Premier League campaign. Supporters will be hoping the side can give them something to cheer about in the remainder of the season, with Arsenal currently sitting in 11th with 10 points from 7 matches.